Not yet. Now we
Now
are.
we're live.
This
Segue
week,
into
this week on the Diz Idiots, this new movie is coming to the Main Street Electrical Parade in Disney. Would you wait 4 hours for this attraction? There are some sneaky ways that Disney is increasing your price. And registration is now open for Moonlight Magic. All this and more this week on the Diz Idiots podcast. Welcome to the Diz Idiots podcast. We're the idiots so you don't have to be. We've got BBD going on here today. We got Bruce, Brian, and Dozer.
What's up, people?
Yeah.
Blueman group.
Yeah, we are wearing blue today. Feeling a bit blue because, we're going to take a moment right at the top of the hour here, and we got to mourn the loss of, dare I say, a Disney legend, or at least a legend.
Was he Disney legend?
Iago's pretty damn iconic.
He's
Well-
almost the definition of iconic.
Well, I didn't know if Gilbert Gottfried was actually
No.
He is not a
No.
legitimate
okay.
branded Disney
Legend
legend.
in the sense of he's a legend that,
Oh, yeah.
in a way, when people talk about Aladdin, it's almost impossible not to mention Iago.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we take this moment to mourn the loss of Gilbert Godfrey, who left us in silence at
Way too
67
soon.
years old.
Way too soon.
Affleck.
It's almost like if someone should ask him if he had any regrets, and he should have said, "Yeah, under new management."
You kidding me? Hell no. That was an easy paycheck.
That's true.
I have to say, the loss of anybody is sad.
Yeah.
But I am honestly kind of excited to hear what the late night hosts are going to turn out of this.
I don't know.
Because-
There was a really cool photo though. Someone posted on Twitter of a picture of Gilbert Gottfried. It's an actual photo. It's Bob Saget, Louis Anderson, and Gilbert Gottfried all in one photo together.
I saw that. You know what? I saw that after Saget and Anderson died. Somebody put that up. And it's like spooky. It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. And it's
They
like,
do.
wow, in 3 months we lost all three of these guys.
Yeah, well, God ain't catching a break right now. I'll tell you that much.
No.
No, they're. Now, I will say, the comedy room in heaven, that place is banging right now.
Oh man, I would love to go to that comedy club right now because they got some
Dangerfield
legends
just got
performing.
himself an A-tier lineup.
That's the comedy club to be at. But on to some lighter stuff. Hey, we can now if you're D23, you can register for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, or
Yeah.
you could for all of 35 seconds.
Yeah, I tried. I couldn't even log in. It was sold out within 8 minutes.
I'm
It's
sorry.
nuts.
I just don't think there's that many D23 members in Florida. I'm just
No.
going to say it.
Here's what I'm going to say. If they're doing it the way I think they're doing it, and each group has different allocations, D23 is like a speck on the level of these allocations. I would say you would give D23 a mild allocation. You would give APs a generous allocation.
Mhm.
And I would say DVC, everybody can get one. I'm biased to DVC, but
Yeah.
if they're there during the short window, they can get one.
DVC is paying more. Not to cut you off, Brian. DVC, there's a reason. I'm just going to say it. This is one of the BS things Disney offers. Oh, be a D23 member. They just did this so they can say, look at things we've offered in the past. That's all that. And that's why I agree with you. Has to be minimal because, look at the things you can get. Please subscribe.
Right. And the thing with the gold member promotion for Guardians of the Galaxy, it was a after hours event. They didn't specify how many tickets were available. It was Let's see here. I had to save the date on my calendar here because I was trying to get tickets for it because it was going to be like the day that we got down there. So we're leaving whatever that Saturday is, May 14th or 15th. It's that Sunday. Like it would be the day that we would actually arrive in Orlando. It was an after ticket. Here's what's insane about it. Limit two per guest, 2 tickets per guest for D23 Gold members, 2 tickets per person. Right. Cost $35, included admission to the park, premium seating for Harmonious, and once the park closed, they all got to ride Guardians of the Galaxy. So apparently it's like a big media event. There's going to be like news there. There's going to be Disney like filming commercial ads for it.
It's the media event.
Yeah.
You've just told me they invited D23 to where all the bloggers are going to be, and you're going to want to shoot your brains out as you see Tim Tracker there, like. And he's not even the most obnoxious. It's some of the Instagram people that you're going to.
Well, and most of these people that are going down there that got these tickets, like the diehard Disney fans, they're going to complain about it. They're going to spend $35 a head to go into the park after the park closes to ride this ride, and then they're going to bitch about it to make it negative.
They're doing this to say, I want to tell you how bad it is because I don't want. We can't have nice things. I want to be the first one to tell you how it's overrated.
Hold on.
And that ain't going to be.
Let me give you the takes right here. We have the overrated. There's going to be, oh my God, how could Disney build an attraction this intense? This is way too intense for families. Oh my God, like this ride, it's not intense at all. It may as well be, it's a small world. Like, it's nothing. Right. There you go. That is every influencer the day after this event.
I do have,
and I'm just there trying to get promotional footage for my job. I'm there to work.
I do know
they're legit, but I couldn't even do that. I'm like, oh God.
Well, insider knowledge here is those who have been on the attraction. Take this for what you will. Take this with a bunch of salt. Don't eat before you get on.
That doesn't surprise me. It has one of the higher height requirements.
Because it's going to be disorienting the way certain things move, certain things don't. You do the math.
Yeah.
Also,
a spinning coaster will be disorienting?
I know.
Never.
I know. I mean, listen. I'm the person who purposely, when a cast member told me after eating not to go on Mission Space, okay, I did it. Went back to them. Didn't puke. Leave me alone.
So here's the funny thing, and I'm going to. You'll get a kick out of this, and this is mostly because I'm older, I'm fat, and I have high blood pressure. But if I ride Mission Space on an empty stomach, I will leave green, like I am dead. My blood sugar has just plummeted. If I ride it on a full stomach, perfect, no issues.
I believe it. The people ride the green side. It's less intense. I'm sorry. The green side was painful.
I thought it was orange and green.
Yeah, I said the green side.
I heard gray. Yeah. I'm like...
Oh, no, the green side. And then try the green. Ow, ow, ow. Please spin me. This is hurting too much moving like this.
I've never ridden the green side. I never intend to ride the green side. So, it's going to open. And here's what I'll say. I'll even give them a caveat. No, not every DVC member should be able to go. But if you are there, staying on points, okay, there you go. You can ride it once during your trip, or you can have the opportunity. Again, I'm heavily biased to DVC, but they've slowly stripped away my DVC perks. So as they strip them away, I'm going to beg for other ones. Speaking of odd DVC perks, Moonlight Magic is returning to Hollywood Studios. Which
I think what's Moonlight Magic?
It is an occasional DVC event they do after hours at the park.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of, if you've ever been to a race after party, that's what it is. Now the after parties only happen when it's a nighttime race, so only Halloween races. race,
Mhm.
but the after parties are awesome. Like, just bars everywhere.
Wow.
Like, and it's also weird because you just have people running through the middle of the park. Hold on, wait. Okay, now you may proceed to the bar and get your drinks. And having run the race, you have never seen people more pissed off than walking through the entrance of Epcot being cut off by a pack of racers. That's fun. And they will, if there is little old me like trudging along there, and I'm still 100 yards back, that cast member's holding them till I pass. Like,
Yep.
it is literally absurd because they cannot stop the racers.
They cannot
Right.
stop the racers. The racers pay to be there. They're
There,
paying
yep.
an extra fee. You're paying to you're paying to enjoy the time of the parks. They're paying to run through them.
We're
And
idiots.
Run Disney brings buku bucks.
It's insane. If you've ever seen like the wide world of sports on race weekend, registration is nuts. And I still don't know why they have to have this massive registration event. But that's its own thing. Hey, did you guys also see that HGTV's getting some Disney 50th anniversary shows?
What?
No.
Yeah. Across all the major channels, or I'm going to take a wild guess and say, or Discovery Plus.
Why?
But it's got HGTV, TLC, and Food Network will all be airing their own Disney-themed programming beginning yesterday.
What?
Yes.
Do we have a list of what programs will be
I'm getting there.
Disney-fied? All
The
right.
first thing was HGTV's 100-Day Dream Home. As crews design and build a family's dream home in 100 days or less, this time it's a 50th anniversary inspired house.
Oh my God.
I love that for them.
Airing tonight is on Doubling Down with the Derricos, and that is one of those massive family type deals. They got 400 kids or whatever. Or
Philip Rivers style.
Or I'm guessing multiple sets of twins doubling down. That's what I'm guessing. Multiple sets of twins. I've never watched it. They are taking them and their Brazilian tour group, 14 children.
That's true, but go on.
It is true.
To Disney for the first time.
Wow. That is okay, there's a nightmare for you. Now that we have this huge group, we have a camera crew following them around.
That kind of reminds me. I was just gonna say, didn't they do that with John and Kate +8? I feel like they did.
I think so.
When that show was on, I feel like they had a day at Disney or something like that.
Of course, it's free promotion,
and it's the challenge of a lifetime.
And then
I'm sorry, go on.
Go on. Talk about the challenge of a lifetime.
No, not just. You started dating someone, go take them to Disney for a week. If you're dating at the end of the week, that's
congratulations.
The one.
Yes.
Yep.
And then finally, on April 16th, on Food Network, The Kitchen will follow Jeff Morrow and his son Lorenzo as they journey through Epcot and Hollywood Studios for food and fun. ? Oh, yeah!
Kool-Aid Man's here?
Apparently. So, hey, I always loved Disney-themed programming.
Yeah.
History channels where they really used to knock it out of the park with modern marvels.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And sometimes if I come on a rare occasion, it still is on History Channel at like 2:30 in the morning.
How many of us know how Soren works because of that erector set model?
Yep.
Like, we all know this clip. Everybody has seen this clip from Modern Marvels. That and the fact that the Tree of Life is made out of an oil rig.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, hey, that's some fun stuff.
Speaking of Animal Kingdom, you guys hear about Everest not opening indefinitely now?
It definitely just means, folks, it just means they don't have a date posted. Relax.
I will not relax. There is not enough to do in that park, and you take the people leader offline.
No, that didn't mean not the three of us relax. I meant when people hear the word indefinitely. Relax, it's coming back. It could be a while though. Buckle up. Yes. Hey, there's people out there still commenting on it. Oh my god, how can they just close it like that? I'm like,
okay, dear everyone in Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Fantasyland, the mountains are safe. They may close for a long time. They may even get a new attraction in them, but there will always be a very similar style attraction within those mountains. Don't worry.
It does. I agree with you guys. That does suck taking that. Something happened. If they're taking Everest off the line for this long and just not going to say a word, either something happened, something planned. I would drop scaffolding around the mountain, though. If you see a bunch of scaffolding and tarps going up, that bad boy's coming off.
Ooh. And if you're already going through the trouble.
Thank you. You're reading my mind. If we're already closing it indefinitely, I don't know. Could Joe Rohde possibly, just give them a plan? Guys, I'm going to retire, but here's what you need. Today. Could this be the infamous fixing of Betty?
It may be.
Betty's the name of the Eddie.
But speaking of Joe Rohde, I saw a headline today, and I was just like, what? This Joe Rohde painting shows us what Discovery Bay or Discoveryland or whatever it was initially in Paris was going to look like. And I sit there and I look and go, how is this a headline? I got this picture years ago in the shareholder booklet. Like, it's like a 20-year-old picture. It's not newly uncovered. It's been everywhere. I'm pretty sure you could buy it at the Art of Disney.
Yeah, I think you can, actually.
I believe you can. All of the Art of Disney.
Yeah, like, what? If you think our headlines are stretching it, just go deep into Disney news. They really stretch it sometimes.
Remember that people do the buzz. It's closed indefinitely. See what this looks like. They like Disney people, Disney websites and such need to keep the buzz going. We at least have some buzzworthy things when they give them to us.
I will say the one BS headline I saw today, I do appreciate it, and I got to go watch the video of it and the footage to prove it. But apparently, there has been the same piece of trash on It's a Small World since 2018.
Depending on where it is, this is not uncommon.
Oh, I know. The fact that somebody recorded it and...
It took them 6 years to remove my gum from Peter Pan. At least 6 years.
Have they specified what kind of trash it is on the Small World?
I did not read the article. They just called it a piece of litter, so I'm assuming it's a balled up piece of paper or something.
That's funny.
You know what the pie is? It's probably white in the white scene that blends in. And they only knew it because they threw it.
That's my assumption as well. But I enjoy the thought of that. Disney parks are impeccably clean. You'll never find trash there. Oh, no, you will. You will. You just got to know where to look.
Yeah.
Because you could have 4,000 trash cans. People are still stupid.
The trash sticks out bigger. I mean, there's a giant sign for it. Stitch's Great Escape.
Bada boom.
There's someone out there just like, that's my favorite attraction. Shut up.
Well, if he's listening, we have other advice for them.
Much other advice.
Yes. Hey, you guys see Universal's being sued?
I did see that. Yeah. I saw that. I read that article. And then it sent me to a positive article where I think it was Theme Park Stop Video. And basically, there has been leaked information on the Wizarding World attraction for Epic Universe. Have you guys heard about this? Not to derail off of Disney a little bit here, but rumor has it it's an elevator ride in the Ministry of Magic. And the way how they're going to do it, it's going to be not Tower of Terror. They said it's only going to be about like 2 floors, but it's going to be constant scene changes and it goes up and down. But they were talking about how the way the layout's going to be is that they can ride like 4 to maybe even like 6 elevators at a time for massive crowds for moving people in and out. And I'm like,
2 floors sounds more like a hydrolator or a glorified simulator.
It's going to be a Transformers Spider-Man,
Yeah.
if you will. It's going to be 2 floors, but it's going to be a very long building, is what the plan is. Supposedly, now this is not an Epic Universe plan, mind you. They started as a replacement for Fear Factor.
okay.
Supposedly, again, this has been out there. They have been threatening. That's why I'm smirking over here. I'm like, they have been threatening the Ministry of Magic so long. It literally, Wizarding World Part 1 opened up, Hogsmeade, right after there started rumors of Diagon Alley. That was barely halfway through stalling. We hear the Ministry of Magic is coming next. Like, folks, breathe. But yeah, I did see that. It'll be interesting. It's hard to follow. The only thing I know of an Epic Universe is, okay, so that's going to be Yoshi, that's Donkey Kong, and that's Mario.
Right.
Someone had a map drawing it out. And okay, that's going to be monsters over there. Don't know anything else. The rest is just concrete blobs.
Yeah.
Ooh, exciting. Epic Universe still has yet to excite me, so...
I mean, they have to give me like a wow moment. I'm like, yeah, the Nintendo World, that's going to be cool, but they really need to like,
They need to tell us what else is coming, because I have a feeling. I'm sorry, you're proposing like 5 areas and only 2 of them. I'm like, ooh, I like those, and I'm a Universal person. Oh, that's like fun. And that's Monsters and Nintendo.
Right.
What else? Harry Potter. Okay, what else you got?
And we'll see how Fantastic Beasts does at the box office. We may see that instead.
Bomb. No, that was supposed to be Fantastic Beasts at Epic Universe. Bomb. The new one's getting bombed. And early reviews are not good.
The first 2 were only meh.
Well, I'll say this much. I think what they should do is, bring Morbius into Epic Universe, because that film is like, hitting money at the box office. Not. It's actually the worst Marvel film to date.
And don't worry, because Sony's not done yet. Kraven the Hunter's in production now, so good luck. If you didn't like Morbius, we got another obscure character here.
I mean, it just, the post-credit scenes of Morbius make no sense in the cinematic universe whatsoever.
What happens post-credit?
There's 2 post-credit scenes, and they make no. First of all, Spider-Man is not referenced in Morbius whatsoever. So forget what you saw in the trailers with the little poster and all this stuff. Spider-Man's never referenced. Michael Keaton makes a cameo post-credit scene. So that scene in the trailer where he's like telling Michael Morbius, hey, we should keep in touch or something like that. That scene is somewhat different in the post-credit scene. So the first post-credit scene, and this is where I got lost. I was like, okay, what? It opens up with the Ripple from No Way Home. And Michael Keaton, Vulture, from this timeline, gets sucked into Morbius's timeline. Apparently, I guess now you can cross jump. It's not just, hey, anybody from alternate universes who know Peter Parker comes to this universe. Apparently now people can jump from, Earth 1 and Earth 5. So
why not?
Michael Keaton now is in this alternate universe from the MCU universe. He wakes up in this prison cell, doesn't know how he gets there, and on a technicality, they release him because he doesn't belong there. So that's how he leaves with the police escort, runs to Michael Morbius, says, okay, we should keep in touch. Then it goes to the credits again. The final scene, which if that didn't make any sense, the final scene, you have Morbius like running through like a forest or desert. It's all dark. I can't tell where the hell he's just running, and he's all like beast mode and all this stuff, and he's just enjoying the power of being a vampire. So here comes Vulture flying in, wearing the suit from Homecoming. So now he somehow has the suit with him. Okay. And it's a little different. His mask looks more like a beak, and the wings look more like torn, and they look like he made it in like 5 minutes. Like, it doesn't look like really the great quality suit from first Spider-Man Homecoming. And you just hear Michael Keaton's voice, and he's like, hey, how about this Spider-Man guy? We should team up and do some good. And then Morbius is like, okay. And then it just goes to black. Like, I know they're setting up Sinister Six, but the way how they're executing it really is like...
Are they, though? Are they? What lineup for Sinister Six includes Morbius? Lame.
I have no idea what they're
the one they have rights to.
And frankly, yeah. And frankly, I think the way how Morbius, the film, this film could seriously, I think, ruin the Spider-Man franchise with Sony. I think Sony really should just write Disney a check and say, here you go. Because they can't do it. They can't.
They think they can.
Your Sinister Six at this point, if you will, is Venom, Morbius, Vulture, Kraven. I think Black Silver Sable, if she has her own movie, I'm assuming would have to be involved. And I don't know, Carnage.
No,
it's gotta be. You gotta have Doc or Goblin. Gross. It's Hobgoblin, Doc. I don't care. Take your pick. I have no interest. Morbius, I've heard is terrible. Everyone who has seen it goes, man, that movie was bad. I'm like, I know. That's why I didn't go see it.
Yeah, it's really bad. I mean, it made Venom look like an MCU movie. That's how bad it was. And Venom, I wasn't really impressed with. I'm like, damn, this made Venom look really good. And it's a shame because I think Jared Leto's a really good actor. I don't think he's like, I mean, I couldn't think of anyone else to and it wasn't even the casting. It was just like,
he's a method actor. I'm good.
It's not even that though. It's just I think if they took the time with this movie, they probably could have made something of it. It was poorly executed. Poorly executed.
This was never going to succeed. Morbius, you cannot make a movie solely centered around Morbius. It just is not possible.
Even that, any villain you can't. I mean, like, how are they going to do
superheroes need super villains, and superheroes exist. They have to have something to fight, even if it's another villain.
I don't know, but yeah.
That's just how I feel. You have to have something. They exist because Spider-Man existed. Without Spider-Man...
But you have them in the Spider-Man movies. I mean, like, you have Green Goblin in the first one with Tobey Maguire. Then you have Doc Ock.
Because Spider-Man exists. Without Spider-Man, why do these characters need to exist? Right.
That's why you don't need these anti-hero, villains that want to do good or whatever you want to call it. Like,
they want a universe, but they only have rights to one, so they're stretching what they can do. But if we're going to speak about villains, I think we need to speak about this show's villain. Because this show has a villain. I am about to post some wait times on the screen from yesterday.
10 minutes for Muppet Vision. Star Tours 15. 20. Mickey Minnie 55. Toy Story 60. Alien Swirling Saucer 70. Rock and Roller Coaster 75. 110 for Falcon. Slinky Dog Dash 115. Twilight Zone 125. 230 minutes for Rise of the Resistance. Are you kidding me?
4 hours. Enjoy your wait.
This was yesterday's wait times.
Yesterday at 3 p.m.
Why build an attraction?
I just want to point out, I don't care what you tell me. At no point should only 3 rides, 2 rides, 1 ride have a wait time of less than an hour. Think about it.
Yeah.
Star Tours is the only ride with a wait time of less than an hour. I'm sorry, I'm not counting 55 minutes as less than an hour. That's an hour.
That's an hour. Especially considering now the one thing I will say, 125 for Tower compared to 75 for Rockin' is an odd split. Part
Yeah.
of Tower could have been down there, which could be a key for the day. That's not an excuse. I'm just saying that's a very odd split there.
That split is there because I believe, and I'll go check, I believe Rockin' had just reopened.
That could do it. That would be all. I'm just looking at that going, how does Rockin' have less than the meme with the numbers? That's me. That's me there going, how?
Yeah, Rockin' went down from about noon to 2.
That would make sense then. That's on the money.
Are these still this? This isn't considered spring break. This is just Disney being Disney, right?
It's spring break. We're Easter week.
Still spring break. Okay, that's true.
Now you have spring break of other areas coming down.
Right.
You have Easter week. You have Passover. You have a lot of kids having off, if not for spring break, for religious holidays.
Yeah, you still on spring break season. Really, most of April spring break season.
That's why I sat there and I was talking to somebody about lines back in February, and they're like, spring break? I'm like, not yet. This is the one time I could say it's not spring break for a random Wednesday. March, April, May, you can talk spring break. Though May, you're looking at just schools that get out earlier.
I cannot wait to see the wait times on May the 4th.
Forget it.
That's an area of the land that I would probably not actually partake in, because I can only imagine the waits for those rides.
It's because they have such low capacity. I mean, there's no other excuse I can think. Obviously, I'm the solo person who hasn't done Rise of the Resistance here, but because I know the attraction starts in the line, but like, come on here. You're almost going to do this to encourage them. That just close it down. Close it down. The only way to ride is pay $35.
I have a different idea, especially for May the 4th. And Disney, take my money. You already do, but here, I'm giving you a money idea. On May the 4th, we'll say the park's open till 9 o'clock. 7 o'clock, you close down Star Wars Land for an after-hours Star Wars Land only event.
Yep.
You charge damn near a full park admission, limited number of guests, guaranteed ride on Rise of the Resistance.
Yep.
Done.
Yep.
Money.
Completely agree. Charge $150 a person for that. What are they? 200?
200. Limit it to. I'm just trying to think of how much Batu can hold space wise. 3,000.
Limited to the throughput of Rise of the Resistance for the time period it'll be open.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just trying. I'm like, Badu, 2. I'm like 2 hours. I'm like, assuming I'm going with Rise of the Resistance having 1,200 to maybe 1,400 hourly capacity. I don't actually know. I'm spitballing in my head, knowing and knowing how it works and everything. Blah blah blah. That's why I said 2,000 to 3,000 people. Maybe I'm thinking of Smuggler's Run, Batu, Rise, what it all can hold comfortably. And you have a good point here. It's the one area of the park you can easily
close the doors.
Yeah.
And you sell during the event. You sell some exclusive merch.
Always.
And I would say you take a little bit of the holiday party and Halloween party aspect, and you maybe have a couple free snacks floating about. Not many, but give them a cookie and maybe a blue milk shot.
A blue milk shot, a sample of. Oh, if you really like that, you can go purchase more over there.
Yeah, just something. I think that would be a much better use of May the 4th. Oh no!
Oh, let's make the money happen. I'm making the money roll. Call me Avita. I'm making the money roll in over here. Just Guardians this is about to welcome celebration for May the 4th. please come to these selected guests. Please come to Batu. Have your special time here. Try all of our fare that you'll try some of our fare we have for purchase over there. You really ham up that you're sectioned off. You're gonna feel like you're on your own.
And let's make this more fun. For the first one, you don't announce this. You put the event up. You put that there will be exclusive access to the stuff, all that stuff. You don't announce that, well, he's got nothing better to do, generally speaking. You have Ray Park there because he's at every Star Wars event. You bring in some Star Wars celebrities like you used to for Star Wars weekends. Like, just bring them in. Just bring a couple in. You don't advertise it the first year.
Right.
Because it's going to sell out whether you put this on there or not. Oh, and yes, you give the people staying at the Star Wars hotel that weekend free access. Just
a limited pool gratis have to. At that point, they have till 8 o'clock, so some of them are going to be back to their hotels anyway.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of the Galactic Star Cruiser, they haven't announced what they're doing for May the 4th. The only thing, though, is that the pricing is going up.
Oh,
no shit.
Really? Wow, because, it was so affordable to begin with.
I know. They haven't said how much it is, but they said during special days of the year, May the 4th, obviously, because it's coming up, they did say anticipate that the pricing of the Galactic Star Cruiser will go up in price. Don't know how much, but doesn't surprise me.
What I don't understand, because Disney Cruise does this all the time, and they have Star Wars Day at Sea. It is one of the biggest days in Disney cruising. It is nearly impossible to book a room on this weekend. Why do you only do it once a year? You could probably sell out 2 to 3 cruises easily a year with Star Wars. Yes, it's May the 4th. Okay. Do a couple others. Like, just have fun with it.
Life Day.
They also have the Marvel Days at Sea. Again, it's a couple select cruises, and you just sit there and go, why? If you already have all this crap you're bringing on the boat for it, do it a couple times. Make everything on the Dream Marvel and everything on the Wish Star Wars for all I care for a week. Not a week, but a summer.
Yeah, actually, like, I don't know if this was before Disney bought Star Wars, but I remember it was either like Norwegian cruise, one of the other cruise lines, like, did a Star Wars celebration week where you were allowed to like cosplay. They would have it was like a Comic-Con for a few days on a cruise ship. They would have guest appearances from the Star Wars films, to sign autographs, take photos, all this stuff.
To be fair, just about every cruise everywhere has special cruises. If I really wanted to, and it is one of the cruises on my bucket list, because there's the Kiss cruise. Every band has a cruise.
Of course, there's a Kiss cruise. There's a Kiss casket, for crying out loud.
Yes, but the cruise I want to book on is the Jericho Rockin' Ranger at Sea.
I would do that.
Because nothing sounds more fun than pro wrestling on the top deck of a cruise.
I would do that. Let's do it.
That actually, I'm not into wrestling, but that sounds pretty fun. To have wrestling on a cruise ship, that would be pretty cool.
It's wrestling and heavy metal, because it's also Fozzy and a couple of the bands.
Yeah.
But that's a cool one. I've looked at a lot of these like band cruises, and I sit there and go, I've been to concerts. I don't want to be around concert people for 4 days.
Yeah.
Like, if you think a normal cruise is loud in the middle of the night when you have the drunk stammering down the hall, now just imagine that guy's been at a Leonard Skinner concert for 3 days.
Yeah.
He ain't walking straight anywhere. But no, they do all sorts of these special cruises, and I wonder if it was less cruise line thing and more just one of these special cruises that they chartered the ship for. That's where I was going with that. But And the fact that I want to go to the Jericho Rock and Rager at Sea. Because I do love Jericho. Man is a national treasure.
Yes, he is.
His wife, not so much. Jericho, yes. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know.
And I actually have some Disney news.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like Disney news.
I have some. Well, it's just Disney theatrical news. It's been going on for a week now. Speculation. Bless my soul, Herc is on a roll. Hercules is having its indoor premiere at Paper Mill Playhouse here in Millburn, New Jersey.
Nice.
February until early March next year.
Who's the cast? Like, who's in it?
Okay. They announced casting like a month before. Like they'll finish the Sound of Music and then announce casting for Hercules. We have time.
Okay.
I'm assuming because they said indoor premiere that if this is planned to have life after this, it will be the same Jelani, whatever his name is, who played Kristoff in Frozen on Broadway. He did for the Public Works production. I would think he would come back over. No word yet on Roger Barr. I guess that depends on if Back to the Future has life after London.
I will say, Disney nerd thing here, because I'm excited for Hercules, the musical.
Yeah.
Like, this is one I'm legit excited for.
I'm excited
make
for
Public
Hercules,
Works.
so.
I already have my tickets.
But
I subscribed just to have tickets.
I appreciate that. But a close family member of mine was telling my dear Bella that Megara is her favorite Disney princess. And I bit my tongue hard, but I'm like, she's not a Disney princess. She's not even a princess.
Yeah.
She's a damsel in distress. She's got this.
And I'm sorry. Disney princess is a branding title. I will be a stickler on if they are part of the Disney princess brand or not. I don't care that Anastasia is now a princess that falls under the Disney banner. She is not a Disney princess.
Yeah.
I will forever love the joke that Klinger, now under the Disney banner, is a Disney princess, but he's not. And that is a MASH reference.
That is if you know, you know. You said it in Klinger. I'm like, does he mean MASH? Yes, he does. Of course he does. I know you.
Of course I do. Which, can we get MASH on Disney Plus, please?
Oh, please.
Okay.
Yes.
I say that, but I legit think MASH is on every single streaming service out there. Like, it is the easiest show to watch.
Yeah.
And I have the entire series on DVD. Like, I love MASH.
Such a great series.
But, and hey, Disney, now that MASH is under your banner, Alan Alda, Spaceship Earth, let's go.
Oh.
We've talked about it before. Like, he is my dream host because I think he could have the gravitas of Walter Cronkite, but be more focused on education. He hosts an educational podcast. Like,
I don't know who that's really a compliment to. Is that a compliment to Cronkite or compliment to Alda? Because it could go either way.
it's a compliment to both.
Yeah, it really is. That's a pretty big compliment right there.
Look, I love Dame Judi Dench. She is not the voice of Spaceship Earth.
Jeremy Irons wasn't too bad.
He wasn't. I liked Irons. I like Cronkite. I'm not a fan of Dame Judi Dench, and it's the gravitas.
Now, I'll say this, though. Now that they have the option to do this, if they're going to stick with the Dame doing it, can you get Dame Judi Dench's Fish and Chips to appear in England? That's a Simpsons reference if no one got that.
I appreciate that, and yes, I would like that.
With the trash cans and speakers are all Dame Judy's head. Has to be. We're going hardcore.
Look, if we're doing a top 7 list here of most underrated World Showcase pavilions, I think UK wins the award because so many people just walk through it. They get their fish and chips and keep going. And they never go to the back garden. They never see the fact they have like 7 different shops. It is the quintessential World Showcase Pavilion that no one fully invested.
It's tied with.
I tell you what, I go to the Rose and Crown pub, get myself a snake bite, and I just love sitting back there by the gazebo. That whole back little courtyard is it's so quiet. There's nobody back there. And it's chill.
I'm a full nerd. They sell a drink geared towards my full nerdness, so that's what I get. I go and I get a sonic screwdriver.
I'm a split bulldog and a cider and black guy.
All in all, UK is one of my favorite pavilions. I love I could go get tea there. I love everything about that pavilion feels right.
And everyone loves their fish and chips. I don't eat fish, but everyone I know who eats fish and chips loves the fish and chips.
It's fish and chips. There's a lot of places you could get good fish and chips. That happens to be one of them. I just don't like eating fish and chips while walking.
That's a downside with.
That's why I get the split bulldog. It's sausage and mashed potatoes. I'm good to go.
Just eating and walking in general. Like, there's no I have to find a Disney table, i.e., trash can. Yeah.
Hey, look. That reminds me. I got to see if I can get one for our next trip. I totally do mean to buy. No, there's a shop on Etsy that sells.
I'm sorry, I got no choice.
They sell tablecloths with little candelabras for the top of the trash cans.
That's awesome. I love that.
Cool.
Whoever did that, applause, bravo, encore.
And I so need to get one to just.
If you find it on Etsy, send me the link because that's awesome. Funny.
That's awesome right there. Gotta love it.
Candles to put on top.
It almost makes me wish Push was back, so there could be a photo op of dressed up Push for Dapper Day with the cloth and a candle on top. I will say this though, in my head, Push is Claptrap voice from Claptrap from Borderlands. Don't ask, it works in my head.
I can understand that. It's weird enough to have to search Disney trash can. I think the worst thing though is you search Disney trash can set, and it's the second item that pulls up.
No
way. Isn't it like salt and pepper shakers or something? I know they sell those.
Oh, they do. But give me a second here. I just have to change what screen I'm sharing here.
I think I might see it.
I'm just going to pull it up here. There we go.
Oh,
yep,
my God.
I'm pretty sure I see the picture. That
not
is,
bad either. $30, $31.85. That's not a bad price for what you're getting.
Well, 31 plus. So
Oh, okay.
Do you
but
get
that's on sale. It's on sale. It should be $45.50.
And it does depend. Do you get flatware and do you get the candlestick?
If you hold on. If you have no flatware and no candlestick, it's $31.85.
$46.55 for 2 sets of flatware and the candlestick. And
if you're single, $43.05 for 1 flatware and 1 candlestick.
That's funny.
All that's missing from this is the guy from Tony's to be singing to you.
And I just there are a lot of options.
Good Lord.
I love it.
This is one of the most genius things I've seen, and I really do want one just to put it out and be like, hey.
Like, I know Disney couldn't do this because people would just steal them, but how funny would it be during, like, food and wine festivals or something that Disney will just find cheap tablecloths to put on top of the trash can? So when you walk in and they'll just have candles and tablecloths on all the trash cans in Epcot.
I love...
You go.
My favorite thing is when you're huddled around a trash can eating on top of it, and the Disney people are like looking at you because they're trying to throw out their trash, and you're like, have you not passed any other trash cans during this? This is what everybody's doing here. It's food and wine.
Yep.
There are 7 chairs throughout all of World Showcase. I'm eating at a trash can. Thank you very much. much.
True Disney fans eat from a trash can. If you know, you know.
You haven't done it, you will. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's a rite of passage. Everyone's got to do it once.
You say you won't. We know you will. It'll happen to you, and when you do, you won't realize it. You're gonna stop and go, "I'm doing it."
Which
it happened.
Pro tip: go for the recycling bins. They don't flap.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, like, the people who haven't done it will realize after the fact they're doing it without even knowing they're doing it, because they have to sit something down. They just happen to find a trash can without oh, look, it's a trash can.
And sometimes cast members will let you be there and eat your food in peace. Sometimes they'll just come over and empty the garbage, and I don't care. It's my job. It's need to be emptied.
I also mean to get for food and wine. If you've seen these people, if you've ever gone to like a wine or beer festival, and it's the wine glass on a lanyard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need that too.
Yeah, instead of popcorn buckets, why don't they sell that?
No, shush. Don't tell them. They'll sell a Figment wine glass that people wait 9 hours for.
Hey, Bruce, that 9-hour line of people is not in line for Guardians of the Galaxy.
I was thinking for you.
This is what I do. I think of where to have people stand in line so they're not in my line.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
I wasn't sure if that was a sneeze or not.
That was. I'm like, I want to sneeze. I don't want to. I want to listen to Dozer, but I just want to sneeze in everybody's ear. That was a big one building up.
And since we're on the topic of food, just to cover the other thing I hinted at in the intro, how Disney is slowly cheating us out of money the same way everyone else is. Shrinkflation. You get a little less. Which, for a lot of the stuff, okay, I mind how much I pay at Disney, but knowing what I'm already going to pay, a lot of the food is too much food anyway.
Yeah.
So I am not too overly concerned. There are some items, yes. Like food and wine, you can't make those portions any smaller. There's no food to begin with.
Right.
Some of the meal plan lunches, you sit there and go, I have 3 pounds of beef and a large fry and a carrot cake that I had to get, but I don't want the carrot cake.
Cake, yep.
Oh, well, you have to pick something. Well, why don't you offer me a cookie or something I can carry? I don't eat dessert.
The gluten-free brownie, which is a brick.
Well, you've said the words gluten-free brownie.
It's a weapon when you need it later on. Trust me. Pro tip.
I worked at Panera. Find the 3-day-old baguette. That's a weapon.
The best desserts at Resto, when we had the strawberry shortcake, they make them every morning. Oh, those are delicious. Those were so good. The gluten-free brownie, that was a consolation prize.
That's not a new way. Sorry, I'm reading some of the news headlines that I had opened.
Is this new way or UA?
New way.
Okay.
The headline for this one is, there's a new way to rent a car at Disney.
Minivan?
No, it's
Cashless?
It's the app Toro.
Oh.
Which, it's like Airbnb for cars. It's existed forever. I'm just guessing now that there's a selection of cars already on Disney property that they're having made available, or they're delivered to your resort or something. Like, it's not really a new way. It's just being embraced, I think, is the better terminology. Also, I watch a lot of car YouTube, so
it's a more popular alternative.
Yes.
So how does this work then? So essentially, it's like a rental car.
Yeah, it's an app. You go on and you rent someone's car. Think Airbnb for cars.
Okay.
So, especially if you have something a little cooler that people might want to rent for a really high price, you put it on there. If you don't drive that much, you put it on there. I would never do it because I can't imagine my insurance would be overly cool with it.
Yeah.
But I would happily rent someone else's.
Wonder how many Teslas are on that list.
A lot.
I'm sure.
Which, again, I don't think I'd want somebody to rent my Tesla. But I am going to take a moment, and I think it's time to talk about some of our favorite Disney merch.
There we go.
So I did not bring my favorite piece of merch in here because it is an article of clothing. But it's from my most recent trip. I don't wear hats a lot. This is a hat I like, and I wore every day on my Disney trip, and I intend to wear it every day on every future Disney trip. It is my Loungefly Tiki hat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
I like
love
that. That's awesome.
I didn't even realize Loungefly did hats.
Oh, yeah. They started to.
I was literally walking through. I saw the hat, grabbed it, and walked it straight to the front. I don't buy a lot of merch for myself when I go to Disney.
Right.
If I do, it's normally like a piece of art or something.
Right.
Or whatever the current collectible is. I still have way too many Vinylmations, pins, whatever. So I've really kind of given up on pins. I feel like the selection has just died on pins.
The selection's terrible. The attraction stuff is what it used to be about for me, but yeah, the selection has certainly tapered off when it comes to pins.
So, if you know me, I love Tiki stuff. I love the Tiki room. That hat is awesome. And it's one of those items, you wear it, and people suddenly know you're a Disney person if you're in the parks. They know you're not a day guest. I put that hat on, I get way more questions about
I'll be right
on.
back. Because you want to talk about hats, I got to bring one of my favorite merchandise, the hats that I bought. Hold on,
Okay.
Keep talking.
But you put it on, and like, I remember we're sitting there, and we're in line for, I want to say the monorail or something. And the couple across from us listening goes, "You're Disney people. We can tell we like you." Because I'm there in my Tiki hat. Meg is wearing her One More Before They Go Out Osborne Family Festival of Lights shirts. Like, we have the merch that signifies you know what you're doing. You're not there as a day guest. And that's what I appreciate about some Disney merch, where it's not a rose gold jersey sweater.
Yeah.
Sorry, spirit sweater.
So speaking of hats, I came across this at Hollywood Studios because Magic Kingdom was sold out and they only had like a couple left, and I saw it on the Disney website and I was going to buy it before I went down this past September, but it was sold out. So I was like, all right, hopefully I'll go down and find it. And sure enough, right there at that kiosk in the front of Hollywood Studios, they have these really cool, I don't know if you can see on the camera or not, but it's just a standard gray hat, and it's the placard for the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, I figured. That's awesome.
I was like, this is something that's like what you said about like a true Disney fan, like, you know, not too many people, like, that's the plaque. You know, it's the placard before you go into Magic Kingdom. It's like, I will forever wear this when I'm at Magic Kingdom, or honestly any day at Disney, because it's not, you know, here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. Like, that is like the Disney motto, you know, and it's so. I'll give Disney props. Like, their hats are really cool. Like, I bought the Epcot Creation Series hat that just came out, like that silver, that reflector one. And what's neat about it is that when the lights, like if you're like in Epcot or just lights in general, it reflects off like Spaceship Earth. It gives off the purple. It gives off the blue. It's really neat.
The only Disney hat I have, I bought at Disneyland because I forgot a hat on the trip. And it's just a standard. It's me. It's a standard orange Disneyland hat.
Right.
Hey.
Well, now we were asked about favorite merch. Now I do have a question about favorite merchandise.
Yes.
Does it have to? Could this be Disney related, or does that be something we bought at Disney?
Disney related will take.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hold. This is one of my. I have a lot of There's a lot of Disney merchandise possible over here.
You do? Shocking! I had no idea.
A lot of Disney merchandise possible. A lot of Vinylmations. This one's special for a myriad of reasons. This is, so you can see the logo. This is from Super Bowl 46. Revitalizations are popular. You had to pre-order this. They didn't make them until the gate, because I was at Super Bowl 46. The Giants, you can kind of see through the logo, the Giants Super Bowl champions is on this. So the score is on the back of it. I've never taken it out of the box, but the score is on the back of it. I went with my dad. I pre-ordered this when we were at the airport waiting to go home. So I love the Vinymations. It looks Mickey. This is one of my favorite pieces of Disney merchandise. Park stuff. You guys have seen this before. It's something small, but I just.
That is you, and that is awesome.
I love my Haunted Mansion. I have all sorts of collectibles that I love. I have Splash Mountain stuff. I have so many vinyls in the other room. But this is just one of my favorite things I've ever bought at Disney. Especially, I bought this in 2015. It was this souvenir mug, and I'm like, why is no one buying these? Yeah, do you want the souvenir mug? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the souvenir mug at Pico's Bills. They must have had that boot from the Lone Ranger for like 3 years because they could never sell out of it because nobody wanted it.
Because the movie turned.
Pretty sure there's 100,000 kids in Uganda drinking out of these boots. Go on.
Because they built it up to be such this movie, and then the moment everyone said it's terrible, no one else went.
Yeah.
Poor Armie Hammer.
Now, I'm going to add this. That's our favorite Disney merch, and we've talked about some Disney merch that shows you're a true Disney fan. Is there any merch that you think says you're a Disney D-bag?
Does a lightsaber count?
No, because that could also be a kid. I have my own piece. It's not an official piece of Disney merch, but you sure see a shitload of them at Disney.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
And all the permeations of it.
Yeah.
Well, isn't Disney like somewhat banning those types of shirts in the parks?
I think they're cracking down a bit more on the ones that are going too far.
Like
that one may be too far because that's.
Well, I've seen shirts on Etsy saying she wants the D, and it's like the Disney like signature D.
They have been those they're cracking down on. It's odd. Disney cracks down to some very odd shirts, and it's really up to the cast member to catch it, because they try to get you at the front of the park. But yeah, they're trying to crack down on. They're lenient about a lot of it, but at the same time, because you get a lot of group shirts who do that.
I did see a shirt on Etsy that I'm probably gonna buy before we go, considering that the beard is getting thicker and longer. It's a picture of Mickey Mouse with a long beard, and it says, "I grew this beard while waiting in line."
That's fun.
That's accurate.
That's accurate.
So I might actually get that and just like post a picture going like, just like the beard going like, "This is what happens." 230-minute wait for Rise of Resistance. Yeah, I grew this beard in line.
Yeah. I just remember a couple years ago, you couldn't walk through Epcot without seeing like 100 different permeations of drinking around the world, drunk. No. We all know, like everybody knows you drink around the world. Like that's what, if there's a group of 20-somethings at Disney, that's what they're doing. Everybody knows this. Yeah. You don't need a shirt. It's still a place for families and kids. Chillax a bit.
Yeah. Like I bought a Epcot Food and Wine Festival shirt, and on the back it says "Drinking Around the World," and it's like a layout of World Showcase.
But it's officially licensed, a layout. Right. That's cool. That's the kind of stuff a Disney fan would wear. Not. I'm trying to think if I have something that signifies a Disney D-bag. I do, and I don't at the same time. It's just a vibe you get from someone with what they're wearing, because a lot of it's when they have something stupid written on their button. I'm like, get out of here! You're not, just get out of here, please. Like they write something offensive on their button, and I'm like, get out, just get out.
The buttons.
Universal's that way for that kind of that kind of shenanigans, sir, ma'am.
Yeah. Oh, I need this for my office. Maybe not this one, but
Love it.
Wait, is that an large? It's an actual trash can.
yes.
Seems awfully small though for $200.
I was going to say that's not a large trash can.
Next to the
is,
chair, unless that's a tall chair, that looks really
no.
small.
It's an office trash can. Like it's meant for your office. They're expensive because I'm guessing they're 3D printed. Yeah, it's just over a foot tall. And honestly, the designs they have, too many of them just aren't like. I want the. What the hell's Harry Potter doing in here?
Where's Harry Potter?
Bottom left corner. No, wait.
Oh, there's Slytherin.
Slytherin. That thing.
Gryffindor. Yeah, Gryffindor.
It's a very bad Gryffindor.
Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff looks like Hogwarts bottom left.
Yeah. I think
I'm a puff. That's all I know.
Yes, you are.
Looking at them, the only one that looks the most authentic is the Tomorrowland one, middle left.
Polynesian.
Is that Tomorrowland? Oh, Polynesian, yeah.
Tomorrowland, Polynesian, Main Street is pretty cool. Not this one, but the one I showed at the beginning.
This is just to sell stuff as a novelty to Disney fans, because Disney fans are rabid and they'll buy anything, and I mean anything.
I would happily have one that looks like a real Disney trash can, because that would just be cool to have in my office.
That's a fun thing to have. I agree with you. Why doesn't just, you know what? I'm not going to say it because they're going to magically come up with what? Excuse me, sir.
What, sells like mini trash cans, like home office size trash cans in the parks for like $60 a pop? They should.
They'd sell. They wouldn't be able to stock them at first. They'd be gone so fast. Disney people, sorry, it's one per guest, one per family.
One per quantity per guest, so they would get one of each style.
I know it sets a terrible example, but where's our Disney trash can popcorn bucket?
Oh, that next year. Next year. That would be next year.
That should have been available on the 50th.
Yeah.
That's if you know, you know.
A gold-plated.
Not even gold-plated, just the regular trash can.
Well, no, it would be like gold coloring or like iridescent. Yeah. They'll make the 50th coloring, but it'd be a trash can with the 50th logo as a popcorn bucket.
You know what? It would never be sold at Disney World. That's a Disneyland idea because they get cool shit like that and we don't.
That would be
regardless. Where is my trash can popcorn bucket?
I am stunned. Did you say that?
You
I
have
am
to
stunned. That's not a thing.
You reach through the pot. You reach through the push to get the popcorn.
Oh my god!
That is why not? They've done everything else, and I like what they did for the 50th. I like the balloons. I think the balloons look cool. But you're right. Where there's, you know, that's also an overseas idea because they have the Steamboat Willie one. They get the cool ones. We get.
I guarantee you, if they release this as if they would release this as a popcorn bucket, it would be a pass holder or DVC exclusive item. Yeah. They wouldn't sell to the general public because it's not even it'd be gone. Too much of the general public wouldn't get it. That I think they would make it exclusive.
The general public buys these things to sell. And this is a known problem. People just buy everything to sell online at Disney. People will buy whatever they think is hot. There were people waiting in that Figment line knowing I'm just going to buy it and sell it online because, I don't know, you say it's hot, I just want to sell it.
I just never had a desire to buy multiple popcorn buckets, and I could not imagine going online to buy a popcorn bucket.
Well, speaking of popcorn buckets, have you guys took a recent look at the character warehouses down there at the premium outlets?
I have not.
They have, I was just looking on YouTube the other day, just searching Disney Character Warehouse. Oh, if you want a popcorn bucket, they have plenty of the holiday-themed popcorn buckets with the Christmas trees. And when I mean they have a lot, I'm talking it's on display shelves, like throughout the store, and then throughout the entire top rack, around the entire perimeter of the store, It's all popcorn buckets.
The holiday ones only sell, for the most part, when it's either Mickey, Minnie, or something heavily themed that Disney fans want. Because the
Right.
problem is there's so many popcorn buckets.
Yeah. And when you're there as a day guest, half of the thing you have to look at of buying a popcorn bucket is, does it actually serve its job of carrying popcorn? Like the Millennium Falcon does not carry popcorn well. It's giant.
It's hard to get around. The Dumbo one carried popcorn well, but it was so bulky. What do you do with that when you go ride most things?
So with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, from what I've heard, you can get a popcorn bucket from the stall, but there's like a password because it's a mouse droid from the Death Star from A New Hope. It's a popcorn bucket in Galaxy's Edge, but you have to go. They don't advertise it. You have to go up and you have to say this code like, "Oh, I heard you guys have an infestation" or something like that, because it's a mouse droid. And then if you say that code, they give you a popcorn bucket.
That's stupid.
Yeah, or I mean, it's like $20 or something, but Disney, they still charge you for it.
The problem I have with that, either one, everyone knows about it, it gets out too fast, or just like an article. I think, Brian, did you send that? One of you sent it. I was going to touch on at some point tonight. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff, either gets around that everyone knows about it. It's like the secret menu at In-N-Out that's not a secret. Or it's like, what's the point? If no one knows about it, then why even stock them?
Right.
I have 2 words that will tell you how I feel about secret words in Disney. Andy's coming.
They haven't done that. I've tried that.
That was a limited time magic thing. It was
a one-time thing. That's the problem when they did the Year of a Million Dreams, this limited time magic thing. It's one time. It's meant to be one. It was a scheduled, planned, one-time thing. But people think they're going to do it all the time. Oh my God, that's like the problem when they do that. People think, when I worked at Resto for my college program, well, where's my special magic? Why do I get a magical moment? Well, that's when they started the magical moments. Why don't I get a magical moment? I'm like, well, the point is that they're magical, that you don't know they're going to happen. They're happening all around you. You probably had dozens of them. You just didn't realize that was a magical moment.
Yeah.
So I hooked him up with some desserts. Gluten-free brownies.
So yeah, I just pulled up the article here. It says, need to know the secret phrase to get this Galaxy's Edge popcorn. So you basically go up to the stall and go and you ask them, have you seen a mouse? And then they present you with the popcorn bucket and they're like, here it is. And the price, I want to say.
Do you have a picture on that? Do you have a picture of it?
Maybe. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of it here.
Mouse droid popcorn bucket will probably the price suffice.
Can you guys see that picture there?
Yeah. It looks like a mouse droid.
Yeah, it's a mouse droid from episode 4. It's cool. I mean, like, honestly, for me being a Star Wars nerd, I would probably get that popcorn bucket.
Yeah, it's not going to be too much of a pain to carry.
No, and honestly, like in this TikTok video, it's like the bag sits outside. It's like not.
It does sit outside.
So it's less of a popcorn bucket and more of a popcorn bag holder.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, it's a cool, like, I don't know, it's Star Wars prop.
To a certain degree, my big pet peeve with the whole popcorn bucket, and I've mentioned it before. Oh, look, I get this reusable popcorn bucket to reduce my reliance on
and
all
it's
the
$20.
All the stuff I'm throwing out. Oh, wait, they still have to put it in a new thing to give it to me.
Yeah, I've never tried the Star Wars popcorn, so it'll be something for me to check out.
I will say, if you're going with a kid and you don't have a basic popcorn bucket and popcorn always on your cart, you are just failing, because your kid will always be hungry. And just give them some popcorn.
And once you smell it once, oh man, the way they pump those scents out, just smells so good. I mean, granted, I like to go overseas and try the flavored popcorns, but I digress.
I just want to go ride their rides because they have better rides, because they're not built 50 years ago.
Yeah, see, there's only one popcorn bucket that I would have to take the splurge on, and well, we all know why.
Oh my God, yes.
I have to buy it. It's coming. I'm gonna have to buy it. It's gonna be one of those, Bruce. I'm gonna give somebody a manage my wallet, please.
Oh, Bruce is going to be broke after Mario Land opens.
Not as broke as I once thought, but yes.
Yeah, that was me back in September when I went to Galaxy's Edge. It was like every little thing. I'm like, I want this, I want that. Like the creature stuff. Like I was actually like, I almost bought not every creature, but I'm like, I'll take a porg. You know, I have a little porg with a magnet that sits on my shoulder. I'm like, that's
there's nothing wrong with that.
And you know, it comes with a battery. You squeeze his belly, his ears, his mouth. Like he makes noises and all this stuff. It's really cool. Let me see if I can find him. The battery might be
shot.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I gotta find it here.
So many popcorn buckets.
There are so many. There's so many that are kind of cool, especially overseas.
So yeah,
Duffy, I forgot you existed.
This little porg comes with a magnet. You know, sits on your shoulder.
Sits on your shoulder. That's fun.
And then so when I was at Magic Kingdom, I was leaving, and I didn't know they actually. So these are the porgs you can get at the creature stalls, but apparently at the Emporium in Magic Kingdom, they have them in a bin with a bunch of other these magnet buddies. Because right next to him, and I had to get this other guy because an icon, Orange Bird.
Oh, Orange Bird, nice.
So I'm
Classic.
like, I'm like, yeah, I got to get these two guys. So they're my travel buddies.
Orange Bird is currently in the front of my house. He's part of our Easter decorations.
That's awesome.
I drink cherry juice from him every morning.
Nice. We just got Bella a little shoulder sitter Pascal.
Nice.
That she will get when she gets dolled up as Rapunzel.
Aww.
Nice.
So
when she sees the light.
Yeah, the shoulder sitters are cool. I have a Groot. Little baby Groot.
Let me ask you this. This is another Disney idea for money making down the road. I'm not saying they're going to do this next year, but do you think if it could happen or not? So, you know, Bibbidi Boppidi Boutique is reopening up here. They're slowly, you know, they're getting ready to reopen the boutique. Do you think down the road, if there is a following of a Bibbidi Boppidi Boutique-esque style service for Galaxy's Edge? That's like Star Wars theme for like people that want to dress up in like Princess Leia gear, or
I think it would work as well as the Pirates League, which is not much.
It would have to be for an older audience.
Even for like the girls that want to dress up like Rey or Princess Leia, or even get like Twi'lek, like, you know, costume headpieces or anything like that.
You could offer that in Bibbidi Bobbidi.
Yeah, just.
I wouldn't have a separate thing in Galaxy's Edge because space, but you would offer it. You could offer it in Bibbidi Bobbidi if they wanted to look at a different style.
Or what if they do something for Hollywood glamour? You know what I mean? Like to have something in Hollywood studios for like, you know, dolling you up to be like a movie star type deal. And then that way you can sort of phase into like.
Bibbidi Bobbidi works because it's Bibbidi Bobbidi. If you start doing the replications of it in Hollywood, then I guarantee you Animal Kingdom will get something that will probably be racially insensitive.
You have Avatar.
Epcot will get, like, they'll all just get their version of it, and then it becomes like the turkey leg, not that special anymore.
Epcot really gets racially insensitive.
No, they put it in Future World. You could dress up as Figment. Or that robot from Horizons.
Only if they sing the song. Two tiny wings, eyes big and yellow. Horns of a steer, political fellow. From head to tail, your royal purple pigment. And there, voila! You are now a Figment!
Oh, dear God.
And it's the Dream Finders actually stalling you up, too.
Got the beard on. They got the beards on and everything. A Figment of my imagination.
Like, You guys asked for him. He's coming back, but in a different way.
Not happening. I agree. It's not that I just don't see the staying power of it. Pirate League was supposed to be an offer for boys for Bibbidi Bobbidi because it was easy money for them. I not that I hate the idea. I just don't see the staying power of it because it would have to be for Star Wars. There have to be an older guest. The whole
I'm
point
just
is that
thinking,
they're young and cute.
because when you go into Galaxy's Edge and you're in the marketplace, like you already have the one costume stall to buy like clothing there. So that's why I was like, couldn't they just like do some sort of like
Come on,
add-on?
Brian. Don't make me say it.
What?
Don't make me say it. Don't make me. You know I want to. Don't make me say it. Character integrity.
Excuse me. I am going to take a moment here to completely take us off track and break Bruce for a second.
Oh God, no. What is that? Where do I get it? Where? How? Why is this? I'll find it. I will find. Stay put, Donut S'mores. I will find you. Where is this?
It looks like it's a recipe.
Okay. I'll be fine, but I will. Hold on, I have to Google this now. I will find. I will find you, Donut S'mores. Do not worry. Bruce will find you.
I think you're drooling from the sides of your mouth there, buddy. I can't see it on camera there.
I'm Homer Simpsoning over here, folks.
That does look absolutely delicious.
It looks delicious. It looks like everything that I could want in my life right now.
Hey, it sounds like something great to put at the Chip and Dale campfire if it ever comes back.
Oh, I was just thinking of what's that donut shop that they have on Disney? I want to say Voodoo Donut, but that's the other park.
Actually, no. It would
Voodoo
be at
Donut's
Sleepy
overrated.
Hollow.
There, I said it.
Really?
It could be at Sleepy Hollow. Voodoo Donut's overrated. There.
No, what's the donut shop in Disney Springs now? Isn't it like Glazed or something? Or
if it's Glazed, now that's the shit. There's a Glazed by me in New Milford. It's better than Duck Donuts, but I love Glazed.
I do have something. So what is it? It's like Sweetheart NYC or whatever, the cupcake shop in Disney Springs. And the other day, well, not the other day, but the last time I was there, we were walking past it, and there was no line to walk up and get cupcakes, but there were like 30 people in line to get it from the cupcake ATM. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but I could just walk up and get the cupcake in like a minute there. Why would I wait in line to get it from a machine?
Yeah.
A machine that's not that magical.
It's just a vending machine.
Yeah. I think it's actually a guy behind it. Like, I don't think there's any magic to it. It's just a guy behind it and a trap door.
Yeah.
It's not that magical.
Guys, because we're talking about this right on Google right now. We talked about this before. We tried one of Disney World's least known hotels and found it's one of the best.
I saw that one.
It's French Quarter.
Yeah.
It's French Quarter. We all know that fountain. I walk in that fountain and go, I'm home. Yeah. It's French Quarter.
Yeah. That is like one of the hotels that I do feel at home with. There's something about French Quarter that I just...
To be like, it's unknown. It's not unknown. Who are you talking to? Get out of here.
The worst thing is, like, it's a Disney site. Like, that's something I expect to see out of, like, Business Insider.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's not something I would expect from a Disney website. Like, if All Ears put that out, I'd be like, yeah, we all know.
No, right.
And please stop telling people so they don't bring their kids there, because that's like the adult resort. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
If I'm going to Disney and I'm bringing Bella, yes, we will stay at Riverside. We will do our good deed and stay there. Kids don't come to French Quarter. That's how it rolls. Besides, Yeehaw Bob.
Mm-hmm. Listen, let Bruce drink his cheap hurricanes in peace. Cheap because they're not paddles, but I will sit at that bar and drink my hurricanes in peace.
Also, Bruce, I just saw the Dumbo popcorn bucket. Oh dear God!
Huge. How big is it?
Huge. My sister is a big. She always loved elephants. In the college she went to, elephants was even their mascot. Tufts Jumbos. The popcorn bucket is. It looks just like one of the Dumbo carts, and you fill from the top. But my parents had to walk around with this thing for like all day. It was ridiculous.
It's making me scroll back through the article to find the full size picture. Here we go.
Oh dear God!
Yeah, it's huge. That was the problem. That's the problem with some of these popcorn buckets. They're huge.
How would you even carry that?
No.
Oh my God!
Easily.
The AT popcorn bucket.
It like yeah, there are some of these popcorn buckets are just absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, so the reminds me. I'll have to say this now, real quick. Sidebar. Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced. Rumor has it Star Wars is involved. I might have seen an That's all I'm commenting on it because anger.
Yeah, I did hear.
I wonder if they'll incorporate Rise of the Resistance just to truly get all of Bruce's anger in one place.
Yeah, I won't find out because you have to do better to win me back here, Square Disney.
Bruce, you're going to play it. We know you are. We know this is a pointless boycott.
I am holding firm to this. I am angry and I will hold firm to it. Yes, I'm going to play it, but shush. Let me be firm for a day. But yeah, there's your update, Disney video games.
I don't know. I've never been a big Kingdom Hearts person, but I'm also just not that style of RPG person.
I used to love them. You lied to me and broke my heart, Square. You really did.
I don't have 500 hours to put into a video game. Now, I will play the same one.
I said Kingdom Hearts. We're not talking Elden Ring here.
Speaking of video games, I've been playing Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga Lego.
The Lego, awesome.
Oh my God!
Awesome. They did such a good job. It took so long to get here. They did such a good job. By
far, I think the best Star Wars Lego game.
Have you seen the hack you can do in it?
No.
You need a large chasm to cross. Just keep hitting Kid Anakin. Get him in a combo where you fly in the air, and since kids can't die, you could just fly across anything.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And you can feel much more justified that you've just hit Kid Anakin for however long.
Nice.
I gotta try that. Yeah, I've been on. I did the story mode. I'm in episode 2 right now, but I love how it flips back and forth between free play and story mode too. So I'm like, all right.
I've only played a little bit because I got it under the assumption my buddy loved it. He's been waiting for this game for a long time. Yeah, too bad it's only local co-op.
Oh.
Found that one out the fun way, and I'm like, well, I can't join you. He's like sheepish. He goes, it's local co-op. It's what? I'm like, it's what? In this day and age, but Lego games do that. I'm happy to have it to support Lego games because, frankly, now that we said it the last episode, Lego Halo needs to be a thing that happens. It needs to exist in my life. In the fact, I'm kind of upset no one's thought of that. Please make it happen.
It's because Mega Bloks has the franchise.
Oh, lame. Fine, Mega Bloks Halo. I'm not picky.
Look. It's a big day for Halo. The new Halo Encyclopedia came out today. There's a lot of good stuff coming from that.
What? All right. So when do episodes drop for the show?
Thursdays.
Okay, so there's only 2 episodes right now, right?
3.
3. 1 dropped last week.
Shit. I need to catch up.
I will be starting episode 5. I say that because normally I'd start episode 4. This is a busy week. Well, episode 5 drops when I'm in Vegas. Therefore, I will be starting with the first 5 when I get back.
What are you doing in Vegas?
Bachelor party.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
It's gonna get right. I'm going Horror Nights level here, folks. So,
oh God,
it's gonna be good.
Look out.
I'm just going to say episode 3 is awesome.
Really?
From people that Dozer's my go-to on this because I trust his opinion wholeheartedly. He's my Halo guy. But other people I know that have watched it, you have a mix. You have people who it's not like the games and I hate it, or it's not like the games and that's okay. It's a fun show. We're getting to watch Master Chief on a TV show. Shut up and let us watch it.
Yeah.
And
All right.
episode 3 is where things get good. Like you find you're getting deeper into it. You begin to see more of the Halo universe. You get to see some of the Legolo.
Okay.
So getting to see them, but not as the full hunters, it works well.
I do have one question here, spoiler question here. Do we see Soren at any point?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure because I saw him in a cast list. I'm like, oh, was I not supposed to see that?
No, he's like the main guy you see in episode 2.
Okay, cool. Anyway, but yeah, I'm excited to finally watch it, to start watching so I'll catch up and then we can have a whole Halo recap.
And then also next week, new content coming to the Master Chief collection because Halo Infinite's missing a lot of stuff, but we'll put some stuff in the Master Chief collection. Flood Firefight. So, woo.
Listen, I hit my video game pinnacle for the month with the Chrono Cross remaster. Bruce is currently lost in PlayStation 1 glory.
You mean you're not putting in 7,000 hours in Elden Ring?
No, in fact, Elden Ring and Horizon got sidetracked for Kirby and Chrono Cross. What am I going to be doing on flights to and from Vegas? Chrono Cross. I back. One of my favorite video games of all time has come back into my life, and there might have been tears realizing I can play this wherever I want. The little kid inside there is like, Bruce, this is what you always dreamed of. I'm so happy.
And yeah, I have not caught up. I've not watched episode 2 of Moon Knight.
I can't wait for tomorrow's episode. All I can say, I mean, it's a shame it's only like this series. This show's only 6 episodes, so like tomorrow's like we're halfway through the storyline. But
you say it's only, but like all the Marvel shows have been 6 episodes on Disney.
That's true. I guess that's true. I'm just curious to see like, honestly, if it doesn't even tie into the cinematic universe at all, I'm okay with this because the first 2 episodes. I mean, this show. It's got like, to me, it's like you get a Marvel character, but you also have like, the best way I can describe it, it reminds me of the Mummy, like the Brendan Fraser Mummy, like the fun.
Gee, I wonder why.
Well, it's just that fun action adventure. You know, yes, it's about Egyptian gods. I mean, the irony there, but I don't know, like it just has this really cool adventure storyline to it with the cult, and then you have his disability with the multiple personality. I mean, it's good. Like Oscar Isaac just brings the character to life. I mean, it's perfect casting for him.
Oscar Isaac is a fantastic actor. I will start watching probably episode 4. I'm very excited to watch, but I want to wait till the majority of the season.
Honestly, I would even just wait until the whole series drops first, and then binge, because the one thing that I can't stand with these shows is like it does want me. I want more. Like sitting for an hour watching this film or these episodes is not enough. Like I want more after the episode ends. It's like, oh come on, I gotta wait a whole freaking week for the next episode.
I think I watched Hawkeye after it was done. I'll probably do the same with Moon Knight then, because only 6 episodes doesn't take that long. So I'd rather just jump in. Obviously this is one of the big ones. It's good. The only show that will be very hard for me to do that with is going to be She-Hulk. She-Hulk, I might have to jump in episode 1. I may have no choice. But with this, I mean, these are the shows we've been waiting for. Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk. This is the meat and potatoes that we have the Marvel Universe stuff that people should want. They say, folks, you should watch Moon Knight. I wait until it's done, but please watch it. We need these to be successes. We really do.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel about it. Is that these exist? If these aren't successes, we're just going to keep getting the same stuff over and over again.
And honestly, I'm okay with like just standalone stories. Like, don't make them connect. I mean, if you want to make them connected, great. But for love of God, make sense of it.
They
Make it,
can
you know.
have an adult universe, a more adult universe here, where you can have Moon Knight, Blade, Ghost Rider, the way
Well,
it's meant to be. Almost a
and what-
Midnight Suns, but there's another group that's not the Midnight Suns I can't remember of that these guys are a part of.
Well, they did a good job. I mean, they up until I will say this, up until Iron Fist, those shows were good. I mean, Defenders was a big letdown because Iron Fist was a major letdown.
Fist. That's the only reason it was a letdown is because you had one of your crutches was Iron Fist, and a show about a character who they kept telling you, you're a terrible Iron Fist.
Yeah. But like John Bernthal as the Punisher, he was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, what's his face who played Daredevil was fantastic. Luke Cage was a good show. Jessica Jones was a phenomenal show.
And you're gonna see her soon. I'm willing to bet.
Yeah.
She-Hulk, baby.
Yeah, easily. I mean, why do you think they brought Vincent D'Onofrio back in Hawkeye and they brought in Daredevil with Spider-Man? Like, they're clearly bringing the Netflix Marvel characters to the cinematic universe.
Because Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin will be appearing with everybody. You're calling it. He's not going away. And
he
I'm
was
happy
born to
for
play that role. He was born to play.
The moment he cast him, I'm like, I knew it. And then see Hawkeye. That's the Daredevil everybody. That's Daredevil. That's the Kingpin everybody wants. I want him fighting with Spider-Man. I want him fighting with the Four. I want him to never get rid of this man, please.
And that's the other thing too. It's like, yeah, I mean, Sony just wants to do their own thing, but I'm like, you have a great storyline there with Vincent D'Onofrio and Tom Holland or whoever Spider-Man. Like, why do the whole whatever? Look, they want to do that. That's on them. I don't work for Sony. I made my peace. That it's just that Morbius film was very, yeah.
And Morbius is the one Midnight Sun who I don't care for. But that's it. It's the Midnight Suns. I'm thinking of the Marvel Knights, but the Marvel Knights were a different group that Moon Knight was a part of. He was also part of the Midnight Suns.
And I loved Morbius comic books. Like, it got me to like Blade. Like, Morbius was my transition to Blade. And
because they all that's what I'm talking about. They all exist in the same universe. And I'm fine if we have just a universe with if they brought their own version of Morbius in, and we have Blade and Moon Knight and Ghost Rider, and I would love for them to have just a series on Disney Plus called Midnight Suns, Marvel Knights. Take your pick. You know, the Knights do track down somebody's favorite character at some point.
Now, let me ask you this: who would you cast as Ghost Rider?
I find a nobody.
Yeah,
I have one in mind. I mean, it's a. Come on, really?
Sam Elliott's busy.
What's that?
Since Sam Elliott's busy, I'm pretty sure he's doing
No. Norman Reedus.
No. See,
I have to go.
I don't dislike him as an actor. I think I don't see him as Johnny.
Wasn't there another one? It wasn't Johnny. Who was the other one?
Oh, Johnny. Well, this is all you could do. There's a bunch you could go with.
I mean, this is how I would do a Ghost Rider film. Me personally, Nick Cage cameo as Johnny Blaze. Cameo, kind of be the Sam Elliott character from Ghost Rider. And then you bring in like Norman Reedus or one of the other guys from the comic books. I'm just trying to remember the characters' names besides Johnny. I know there was another Ghost Rider.
There's a lot of other people have taken the mantle of Ghost Rider. I don't hate Reedus. Don't get me wrong. I'd be fine with him if they cast him. But at this point, I'd rather the characters are the stars. Let's have no name. I'd rather not have names playing them. I'm fine with Oscar Isaac. Great. There's some great people they're getting. But I like with Ms. Marvel, we have a nobody. I'd rather have nobodies we can make names out of at this point and use it for good in that way. We're taking a nobody. We're going to make them a star. Because she's not ready. Ms. Marvel doesn't realize it yet. You are a star in the making here, girl. Get ready. Yeah. It's happening.
You know who actually? Well, maybe because he played Baby Driver, but I could see that kid play. He was in West Side Story, Steven Spielberg's film. I could see him maybe play a young like Ghost Rider type character.
Who was in West Side Story? I kind of blanked out during it.
He
West
played
Side
Tony.
Story.
He was in Tony. He played Tony. Because he was good in Baby Driver.
He was good in Baby Driver, but the problem is he played Tony in West Side Story. Tony's such a bland role. He's oatmeal. Tony is oatmeal. Why would Maria be upset when Tony dies? He's oatmeal. You can do better, Maria. Besides, West Side Story is all about Anita and Bernardo, and we all know that.
Yeah, but I loved how Rita Morano came back.
So did I.
As Pop.
Not the person I wanted to come back.
Who do you want to come back?
I want the original Anita from the theater production. I want Cheetah Rivera to make an appearance. Damn it, Cheetah's time on this earth is limited. Damn it, give me Cheetah Rivera. Give me death. I do love Rita Moreno though. I was very happy she was in the film at all. I like what they did with the character with her playing Doc. Isn't she even Doc? Well,
Doc's wife.
Doc's wife. She. Either way, Doc's wife, same role.
I enjoyed watching it. I mean, it's West Side Story. I mean,
you either like it, or you don't. I am not a fan of West Side Story. I'm really not. It's
I think it's because I was in it in high school. So like I was a junior in high school. We did West Side Story, so I was part of that show. So there's still like every time I watch West Side Story, part of me is like, oh yeah, I was a Jet. You know. Like I was one of the Jets, so I'm like, yep, I was there. You know, we did the Rumble. The Mambo. Like it's the stuff like that I remember back in high school that we had a fun time doing that show.
There's nothing wrong with that. I just personally am not a West Side Story fan.
I'm not a fan of Cats or Les Mis. So
no one's a fan of Cats, okay? Nobody. If they tell you you're a fan of Cats, they're lying.
I don't care for Les Mis either. I think that show's boring.
Les Mis is overrated.
I fell asleep during Les Mis.
If I may abridge Les Mis for you. A man steals a loaf, breaks a window pane, steals a loaf of bread, gets thrown in jail. And to make up for this, he has to go into secret identity, joins the French Revolution, blah, blah, blah. The show ends, and Miss Saigon's better. There, I said it.
And there's a couple of good songs in there, ish. Memorable songs.
Is there
memorable songs?
Again, I'm just gonna say it as it is. Booble and Schoenberg shows, they've only had a few. Their best score is definitely Martin Guerre. Yes, there I said it. Martin Guerre is better score, but Miss Saigon's a better show. Miss Saigon, from beginning to end, is a better show than Les Mis. Done. Period. End of story.
Okay.
Prove me wrong.
I'm not going to.
No, I'm just saying, people want to fight me, prove me wrong, baby. I've been prepared for this.
You can try to fight
Master of the House still exists.
I don't see the argument.
Master of the House is not... What does Master of the House do? Nothing. It doesn't move the plot along at all. Half of Les Mis just exists.
But it's a fun song.
It is. I will give you that. It exists, and then the only good reason that Les Mis exists in our world is the friend zone joke. How friend zoned are you from 1 to Eponine? In case you've never seen Les Mis, Eponine is love with Marius. Oh, Howard the Duck is here. Thank you, Howard. Yeah, basically one character's in love with another. Oh. Hey, I would love a Howard the Duck movie.
Who wouldn't?
Just go see the original with Leah Thompson. Watch the original.
Leah Thompson chips in as Howard the Duck.
There was rumors though, because Seth Green did the voice of the remake of Howard. What was it? Because wait a minute, no, they're working on Howard the Duck because they just did so MODOK just came on Hulu because Hulu's working on this right now. There is a.
So I know MODOK season 2 was a thing that they're working on, which is great because MODOK was fantastic.
Because they're working, Hulu's doing the series called The Offenders, like characters that offend people. And so you have Patton Oswalt's MODOK series, which I need to watch. I heard it's hysterical.
MODOK is so good.
I heard it's funny.
It's beyond funny. It's totally worth watching. It's a nice take on the character, and you get some side characters you normally wouldn't see. I mean, Arcade and Murder World are in it, for crying out loud.
So with MODOK, the next show, or it's supposed to be in works, it's the creators of Robot Chicken. It's Seth Green and the other guy. They're doing Howard the Duck, because they're going to be doing, like, Seth Green's going to be voicing Howard the Duck in the series, and it's supposed to be a 2D animation series. And I'm like,
The Offenders was scrapped.
Oh, it was scrapped?
No.
Okay. Because Kevin Smith was involved too at one point.
Yeah, that explains why it's scrapped. I love you, Kevin. I do. We're Jersey boys through and through, Kevin. Come on, baby. But I understand why.
Hey, have you been watching? Hey, his He-Man show's good.
Oh, it looks like Howard the Duck is also dead.
Damn it.
Yeah, Hulu did not go forward on Howard the Duck, it looks like.
Oh, damn. I'm so looking forward to that, too. Wonder why they canned it. It's probably because they want all the Marvel content on Disney Plus.
Not necessarily, because it depends on how they wanted to do it. It could have been Marvel's very finicky with MODOK. There was a list they gave them. They got everyone. They gave them a list. It's surprising. Every big character Patton Oswalt and team were sure they wouldn't get, they got. Pasta Pop Pete, Stiltman, some very odd minor characters. It's not just they were told they couldn't do, they were told unequivocally by any means are you not allowed to do that. It was like, as a Pat Oswalt goes, we were told unequivocally we were not allowed to touch these characters. And there were 5 minor villains. But Iron Man, they got, referencing Thor, Hulk, they got every big character they were sure they would be denied. But the really odd ones, they're like, you can't touch that.
Why? Like, that seems weird that they can't touch the
that's why I think
rated characters.
That's why I think James Gunn put Polka Dot Man in Suicide Squad, because he could.
Yeah, and from the sound,
who's going to tell James Gunn no?
Well, and I think from the sounds of it, he's chosen which path to take. So I guess after the Cosmic Rewind opens, the holiday special gets aired on Disney Plus, and Volume 3 is released in theaters. Once that's done, he's going to Warner Brothers, and he's doing Suicide Squad from here on out. Like, he's done with Guardians of the Galaxy after Volume 3.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, I think he's walking away from Disney because of the whole, like, they fired him because of old tweets.
Smoke screen. They fired him and told him, "Listen, we're firing you. When the heat dies down, we're going to bring you right back." That's why he's here.
Yeah, and he's only here because of that, I think.
Disney's not the company that Disney can't get away with firing anybody. They're Disney.
Yeah. Until they get rid of Chapek, we'll see if that happens.
Never gonna happen. But I'm gonna wrap up the show here because I'm about to fall asleep.
You look tired, buddy.
I didn't know I was this tired, and now I'm sitting here. I'm like, I'm this tired. So, we're the idiots. We're the idiots.
So you don't have to be.
And that's Brian at For the Love of the Mouse, or Love the Mouse Travel. Love the Mouse Travel.
Love the Mouse Travel.
I just always put For the Love of the Mouse. I don't know why.
For the
That's
love
Bruce.
of the mouse.
I'll have Horror Nights news soon, party people. It's coming. We're coming.
I'm Dozer. I don't have any fun catchphrase. Bye-bye.